In today's video, we are going to be doing another palette bingo using my 3 Scooby-Doo palettes from GLAMLITE Cosmetics. If that sounds like fun to you guys, then stick around because we're about to get started. And I'm so excited for you to see the look. Welcome back to my channel, but if this is your first time here, I just want to say hi. My name is Heather Eaglin. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. If you love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe and click the little bell so you could be notified of all my future uploads. As I already mentioned, today's video is going to be a palette bingo using my Scooby-Doo palettes from GLAMLITE Cosmetics. And I actually pre-filmed this a while back. And I lost the screen recording I had of when I generated the numbers. So forgive me on that part, but let's get into it. I've already filmed the look for this, and I'm doing this after. And I will say I had so much more fun playing with these two palettes this time around than I did when I purchased them last year. And the funny thing about it is when I posted my Halloween palette ranking, I had already filmed this bingo. And someone in my comments said, you should do a makeup bingo with it. You know who you are. But it was hilarious because, you know what they say, great minds think alike. But now let's get to swatching the shades. For this palette, which is the Retro Raggy, I got shade 4, which is this really gorgeous metallic green. And I'll show you like better swatches at the end when we get the full view of it. And then for the next shade, I got number 8, which is this really pretty swampy green. I really love these types of shades. I think they're so pretty. They're some of my favorites to work with. If I ever did a palette, like a collaboration with a brand, I would totally have that kind of look in my palette, that kind of vibe. And then we have the Creeps and Crawls, and for this one I got shade number 7, which is this very gorgeous purple shade. These palettes are gorgeous. They're so pretty, and I'm so glad that they chose this format for the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I think those palettes are going to be really fun. Next, I got shade 4. This is such a beautiful shade. It's like a blackened bluish teal, and it's stunning. I really love it. And then next we go, this is the second collection they did with the Scooby-Doo, and I really love this one as well. And for number 1, I got shade 10, which is this really pretty dark swampy green. I really enjoyed the look I created. I don't know if I said that. I'm sure I probably already did. But I love green and purple together. They're some of my favorites to wear. And then next we got shade 15, which is this very deep, like inky type of purple shade. If you're new here, I'm terrible at describing shades, but I do my best. Very beautiful, and you can't tell me this isn't a gorgeous color story. And lastly, I got shade number 8, which was this shade. I feel like I got the perfect amount of mattes and shimmers. I was really happy with the look that I got. I truly could not have picked a better color story even if I picked it myself. I'm telling you, the bingo gods have been good to me lately. Starting off this look, I'm going into shade number 7 from the Creeps and Crawls palette, which is just a magenta shade. And I'm just picking that up on my Sigma E54 medium sweeper brush, and I'm just packing that into the outer corner about halfway through my crease. Just placing that shadow down where I want it. I love starting my looks out that way. I find that when you're working with colorful eyeshadows, you tend to get a better blend if you pack the color on first and then blend it out, because you don't have to worry about placing too much pigment down right off the bat and then freaking out trying to blend it out. Using another medium sweeper brush, this one is from the GLAMLITE Scooby-Doo collection, the big palette. I'm just picking up that swampy green shade. It's number 8 in the Raggy palette, and I'm just placing that on my inner corner, just doing the same thing, just placing it where I want the color. And now I'm using a medium-sized blending brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics, the Jeweled collection. And I'm just using that to blend out that magenta shade that I have on my outer corner. And then I'll just go back in and pack on more pigment, which is what I'm doing now. I'm just picking up a little bit more product on my brush, not much. My doggies keep jumping up on my lap. They love sitting up here with me when I film. I'll have to introduce all of them to you guys when I start filming and talking as I'm filming, and I can really explain to you about them and who they are and everything. But now I'm just going in with a large blending brush. This one is from that same Scooby-Doo brush set, and I'm just using that with no product, and I just blended out the very edges of that magenta shade. Now I'm going into the big Scooby-Doo palette, and I'm picking up shade 15, which is this really, really deep purple. And for that, I'm using a really small blending brush. This one is from Singe Beauty. It's the EO2, and I'm basically just concentrating that in my crease everywhere I have the magenta shade, and in the outer V of my eye. I'm just really trying to deepen up this look. Plus, I had to make use of all the shades that I selected. Now I'm going back in with that BH Cosmetics brush, and that's just the medium blending brush, and I'm picking up more of that magenta shade just so I can really blend out that deep purple. I haven't really been doing eyeshadow for very long. I didn't really get into makeup until probably a few years before 2020. So I'm still looking for techniques that work for me, but I found so far that this is my favorite. I like to pack on the color and then blend it out. And then when I go to deepen it up, I pack on the deeper color and then blend it out with the lightest previous shade. And I just keep going back and forth until the blend is like seamless. I just find for now that's the technique that I really like, and I'm really happy with the way that my eyeshadow looks blended. I just went back in with that really deep purple, and I used another medium sweeper brush. This one is from Singe Beauty. It's the EO4, and I just really packed on that deep purple. And now I'm going back in with the magenta shade to blend that deep purple back out. Now I'm just using a really small sweeper brush. This one's from Dew Color, and I'm picking up that dark foresty green shade. It's number 10 in the large palette, and I'm just pressing that up against my lower lash line in the outer corner and towards the inner part, but not all the way in. And I'm also taking it up to that outer V of my top lid, because I don't know if you guys know, but if you mix purple and like dark purple and dark green together, it almost makes black. It doesn't look muddied up, it just looks black. So it's a perfect way for me to actually get some contrast in this look without adding any more colors. And now I'm using a medium sweeper brush. This one is from Dew Color, and I'm just barely tapping that in the pan at all, because I want to blow this out and blend it without adding too much pigment to it. I like for my eyeshadow on my lower lash line to really like come down for further, because it hides all of my little fine lines and wrinkles, which is always nice. Now I'm going back into that swampy green shade, which is shade 8 in the Raggy palette, and I've just placed that on my inner corner on my lower lash line, and I'm using that to blend out that deep green shade all the way out to the outer corner. And now I'm going back in with that really small Dew Color brush, and I'm going back into the green and just placing more of that down to get back some of the depth that I blended away. Now using that same brush, I'm going back into a little bit of that dark purple, and I'm just going to pack a little bit of that on my outer corner to try to bring the black down to the lower lash line the way that I have it up in my crease. And now I'm adding a little bit of my NYX glitter glue. For this, I am using a flat shader brush, and this one is another brush from the BH Cosmetics Jeweled collection, and I'm just placing that down on my mobile lid everywhere I want to place the shadows. Now I'm going into the Creeps and Crawls palette, and I'm picking up shade 4, which is a duochrome. It's like a blackened blue shift. It's so freaking gorgeous, and I'm just placing that on my outer corner in between where I'm putting the other shimmers and my mattes. It looks a little crazy for a second, but it's because I have so much darkness. It'll come together. No worry. Now I'm picking up shade number 8 from the big palette. It is like a blue shimmer with a green flip, but it also has gold reflect in it. It is so freaking pretty, but I'm just placing that on the center of my lid, and I'm going to take it in a little further than I actually wanted, but I'm going to go in with the next shade and place that on my inner corner. And for that, we have like a bright lime gold shift green, and it's shade 3 from the Retro Raggy palette, and I'm just placing that on my inner corner, and then I'm going to drag it over that second shimmer just a little bit to try to mesh these together, make the look a little more cohesive and take away some of that darkness. I really love putting my shimmers on in an angle. I feel like it gives that cat eye illusion, and I just love the way that it looks on my eye shape. Now that I got the shimmers down, I'm going back in with my Singe Beauty EO2 brush. It's that medium blending brush, and I've picked up some more of that matte green, and I'm just deepening up the outer V and blending those deep shades into the shimmers. I always love a matte outer corner. It just works best for me, especially since I do have slightly hooded eyes. Now, here is the finished look after I completed the other eye and with lashes. For eyeliner, I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Amethyst Hour. I will say I've updated my lighting since here, and my video looks kind of smoky. So you can look forward to better lighting now. For lip products, I used my ABH lip liner in the shade Muted Mauve and my Rimmel lipstick in the shade 46, along with my Patrick Ta She's Expensive lip gloss. And for highlighter, I used the GLAMLITE Scooby-Doo highlighting palette from the first collection, along with my Willa and Butterfly blush from BENIFIT Cosmetics. All of these products will be linked down below. If you guys watched all the way to the end, I thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please like it on your way out and let me know what you would like to see next on my channel. If you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe, and until next time, bye.
Yeah.